words between BJP and Congress party continues. BJP accuses Congress party of misleading people by constantly being double standard. Asian Highway land affected villages Chairman Chiefs Association stage sit-in demanding immediate revocation of government order for acquiring land along National Highway number 2. Manipur reports 527 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of the 4,491 samples in the last 24 hours. 8 new deaths pushed toll to 1,047. And fresh COVID cases remained below 1 lakh mark in the country for the 13th consecutive days. Recovery rate touches 96.27%. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You are watching Sunday Primetime, the English Bulletin, and I'm Kanel Shambanduram with you. To stay protected from coronavirus, please do not forget to wash your hands frequently, wear your masks properly, and maintain a safe distance from one another. Please remember that the fight against the COVID-19 is not over yet. Now, the news in details. War of the words between BJP and Congress party continues. A chief spokesperson of BJP Manipur Pradesh, Chongtham Bijoy, alleged Congress party, including MPCC President Govindas Kontaujam, of misleading people by constantly being double standard. In a video released, Bijoy said if the MPCC President Govindas Kontaujam demanded an apology from Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren for saying that medical facilities and relief materials provided during lockdown does not come for free. He added a rate of diesel was increased by 5 rupees on the 21st of September 2012, and the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh responded to the critics by saying money does not grow on trees. He termed words of Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren as similar to that of Manmohan Singh. Bijoy further asked why MPCC President Govindas Kontaujam failed to ask for an apology from Manmohan Singh. Stressing the need for an apology for the same, he said that no apology has made regarding the same so far.
MPCC President Govindas Kontaujam Manipur gi miyam da apology ama tahun thuena khalle kari marung da Congress party ama sumang masamo constantly double standard oiraga Manipur praja se lan lamjing dunu lageba matam khargi mawang da khoi honorable CM na vaccine medical facility meyam amadi lockdown manungi relief material pire meyam che nong thak tarak na te na haiba kanda Shri Govindas Kontaujam na madugi de apology ama tawudum ni hai adu oiraga di September 2012 Prime Minister Manmohan Singh na diesel ki price rupa mga hengat ki matanda mahang na same thing je high hero mayam na criticize tarpada money does not grow on trees in adu matunda Trinamool Congress UPA de withdraw togi Prime Minister Manmohan Singh da amadi NBN Singh na high siga jamana ba line ni adu Sri Govindas Kontaujam na Prime Minister Manmohan da apology to with demand to karigino Prime Minister Manmohan usibo apology to adu mo remark to Congress party no so adu apology to adu waraga di different standard ama honorable same birende apply tawi karino masi yamna open naked double standard haibadani leader am double standard prachada yamna mislead tawi confused masi moina matam musu tobigano.
Union Minister of Road Transport and Highways Nitin Gadkari will inaugurate a Makru Bridge along National Highway number 37 Imphal-Jiri Road on July 2. It is reported that he might inaugurate various other projects taken up under National Highway and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited (NHIDCL). Union Minister Nitin Gadkari and the Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren will together ride on helicopter from Imphal's Kangla to Tamalang district. It may be mentioned that the Makru Bridge along the Manipur's lifeline National Highway number 37 Imphal-Jiri Road was planned to inaugurate on June 15. However, the inauguration date was extended after Union Minister Nitin Gadkari and the Chief Minister Nongthom Bambiren agreed to inaugurate the bridge in person on July 2nd. Members of Asian Highway Land Affected Villages Chairman Chiefs Association stage sit-in at the Kalapahad Bazaar in Kangpokpi district today. The protesters condemned the order issued by the government in relation with the widening of a road along National Highway number 2. Speaking to media, one protesters said the people are not against a widening of road along National Highway. However, the government should revoke its order and implement the land survey conducted by Kangpokpi DCLA. The protesters also demanded befitted compensation for the land affected individuals. They warned of intense agitations if the governments fail to revoke their order. The protesters used a placard which read, "Do not play with our rights. Our land is our life. No development at the cost of a violation of the land owners' right. Implement LARR Act in letter and spirit. No compensation, no work. We will fight for justice till last."
Ipai pu dagi haktak dagi ekhoina leiramba ekhoina paliba mafam ase karigi maramna si government gi lamni private gi lam nate haibi se ekhoi janing dana sida sit in protest mayam si tawjabani maram aduna government na athuba matamda masigi order si lokthokpiyu
BJP government oibini na praja gunda moine yengini haibase ekhoi thajaba phame sabka sath sabka vikas hara khoi chatpane aapka sath हम बर्बाद है रेडी अखोई से अदुसु यार रोय until and unless अखोई की लम की compensation फंगद्री फौदी अखोई की लम सोपा यार रोय
अखोई ना fair compensation पामे DC कांगपोकपी ना ममांग दा survey तोबदु मधु चटना हनबियो मधु चटना हंदरदी अखोई मसीदगी हेन्ना अकन बखोंजिन चंगसिनगनी
इपाई पुदगी
Voluntary Help Unit Committee RIMS held its 20th Foundation Day at Thangmaiband, Khomdram, Selungba, Laikai today. Committee President M. Subhash Chandra led attendees in paying floral tributes to the late members of the committee by strictly adhering to COVID-19 SOPs. 2-minute silence was also paid as a mark of respect to the departed members. Sunbet Trust, a CEO working across the northeast contributing arterial blood gas and electrolyte analyzer critically required for the upcoming ICU at the Tamalong District Hospitals today. Sunbet teamed member handed over the machines to Tamalong DC Armstrong Pame. It may be mentioned that the Sunbet Trust is also contributing medical supplies for COVID-relieved work at the Singhat, Churachandpur, Moirang, Vishnupur, None and Oinam Hills villages in coordination with the district administration. Executive members of the BJP Manipur Pradesh contending candidate of Nauria Pakhang Lakpa constituencies Soraisam Ongbi KB loaded the role of ASA workers and the ongoing pandemic and stress on the need for the government to provide befitted incentive and other necessary aid for them. She was speaking during a reception of ASA workers under Nauria Pakhang Lakpa constituency held at the Chumthang Sanapung in Langtabald today. Speaking further, she highlighted the plights facing people. She added ASA workers under the supervisions of doctors have been treating COVID patients under home isolation. She said ASA workers have been working dedicatedly despite lack of medical equipment.
Laina lai chesina maram oirakanda huji asa kanguna asoba daita lobidana lekai gi ekhoi gi yumdung puding gi narakpa matamda hana mayok na bidana hana jansan bidana hidak pisan bidana dagi test obagi problem kaya ma mayok na bidana tension bidana hona biriba iche singna matam timing sigi oina haitare ke singi awaba kaya da ahakna khara du oirasu to ahakna mating pangbase ahaki thodang amara haidana aina ngasi esi program ngasi SOP ngakna sinsi haidana tawakanda sinjabani ji iche mana birame sarkar gi side tegi central gi side tegi kari gumbim ta kana ba phangde hai adu akhoi personal oi ba thabak amata na te ichi hoina towiba mayam se sarkar gi side tegi sumi en khara sanction bira kanda makhoi de sinari ba dai de se hen aphaba thabak thorong kaya lekai gi oiba akoi sinabira kanda sarkarna su khara miyang changsan.
Attending the event, ASHA worker Larembam Aruna State ASHA workers under the supervisions of a doctor commenced treatment after COVID patients under home isolation after the government assured to provide medical facilities for COVID positive under home isolation. Stating that ASHA workers have been treating COVID patients in person, she lamented over failure of government to provide befitted medical equipment and other COVID safety kit for ASHA workers. She asserted that ASHA workers have been managing from their pocket money. She highlighted the plight facing ASHA workers with major honorarium after 2,000 rupees and managing families. Larembam Aruna appealed to government to initiate befitted measures to ease their plight. She expressed happiness over Soraisem Ongbi KB for extending financial aid and relief items to ASHA workers. Adaksha of Imphal West R.K. Taruni, Jila Parisad member of Hyangthang Jila Parisad S. Silashana and other attended the event.
Laijaraga ahing waron thilorum damaro khodi hawakni social activist ni aduna state government haibadi central na baina asasing gi damakta covid ki oina vaccine kit abamam tawe su bibidaba hand sanitizer isana ku thoga leijaba face mask chana ku thoga tawjaba home isolation jaga jaga da akhigi laiba matamda khona su lanai po jani ma chahuma ba chami am changa amgi alusu akhona bisab thoga moi damta su kai khna khona po sum bijaba awana mating pangjaba state government na thawa sabidaba hujiki matamda lokali singani thamgi honorarium dana kadaruni nauriya kendra gida general election gi oina sum thakadori ba ya tang oina thakadori bi akhigi madam phibina humba ama sinjalam jaduna asasing hu kai khna bibagi namakta.
Manipur reported 527 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 4,491 test results received today. As per State Health Department and the COVID-19 Command Control Room, the press release at 5 p.m. today, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 64,065, out of which 9,613 are active cases. 8 COVID patients died in the past 24 hours, rising the death toll to 1,047. On the positive note, 444 COVID recoveries were reported in the last 24 hours, rising the state's total recovered cases to 53,405. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 83.36%. All necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. Well, now it's time for a small commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. We will be back with details after the break. Until then, keep watching Impact News.
You are watching Impact TV. Engaging, empowering and impacting lives.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Sunday Primetime, the English Bulletin. Fresh COVID cases remained below 1 lakh mark in the country for the 13th consecutive day today. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India logged 58,419 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and over 87,000 in the past 24 hours. Country's COVID tally stands at 2,98,81,965, out of which 7,29,243 are active cases. Total recovered cases in the country have reached 2,87,66,009. India's recovery rate stands at 96.27%, while death toll has reached 3,86,713, with the addition of 1,576 new COVID-19 fatalities. fatalities. Over 27 crore 66 lakh people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 17 crore 90 lakh 30,000 people. Above 38 lakh 77,000 people have died, and recoveries are above 16 crore 35 lakh 54,000. United States of America has the highest active cases of above 50 lakh in the world. Four COVID-19 vaccines are ready for children in India. 3 vaccines are made in India. Bharat Biotech's COVID-19 vaccine, the Covaxin, is in trial phase on children between 2 to 18 years. Trial for COVID-19 one-shot nasal vaccine is also underway. Zydus Cadilla's J-CoV-D is being tested on children belonging to the age group of 12 to 18. This vaccine will soon apply for licensure, and when it gets cleared, the vaccine can be administered to children. Novavax or Covaxin will be the 4th vaccine to begin clinical trial for children in India. The vaccine has been developed by Novavax, which has a tie-up with Pune's Serum Institute of India. The vaccine has overall the efficiency of 90.4%. It may be mentioned that despite assumptions that the possible 3rd wave of the pandemic in India will affect children, experts have reiterated there is no scientific evidence regarding it. Around 13.5 crore doses will be made available in July by the country's vaccine manufacturers for the COVID-19 immunization drive. The center will exclusively procure and distribute vaccines to the states free of cost to administer them to everyone above 18 years. Sources say state will be informed that 75% of the 13.5 crore doses will be made available free of cost in July for advanced planning. Director of All India Institute of Medical Sciences, AIIMS, Dr. Randeep Guleria, said 3rd COVID-19 wave is inevitable in the country. He added the 3rd wave will hit India in next 6 to 8 weeks, stressing on the need to follow COVID-19 appropriate behaviors. Guleria said that until a sizable number of people are vaccinated, people should strictly adhere to COVID appropriate behaviors. Kangleipak Lamjing Apunba Maira Lupt Kangla Mai appealed to people to abide by COVID appropriate behaviors to overcome the battle against the ongoing pandemic. As part of continuous program, the Silin Distilled and NR Media held the COVID awareness program and poster campaign at the Sambai and the Pangai Bazaar in Kundrakpam Assembly constituency today. Experts stressed on the COVID appropriate behaviors at the event. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will address the main event of the 7th International Day of Yoga IDY tomorrow. In view of the pandemic, the late event of the Yoga Day this year will be a television program and is scheduled to begin at 6:30 a.m. on all Doordarshan channels. The event will also include an address by Minister of State of Ayush, Kiran Rijiju, and live yoga demonstrations by Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. The main theme of IDY this year is Yoga for Wellness, which is aligned to the current preoccupation. International Day of Yoga will be celebrated in about 190 countries globally. One Bajaj Pulsar motorcycle caught on fire while driving. The incident occurred along Imphal Yaripok Road near Forest Beat Office under Irilbung Police Station around 8 last night. The person who worked at the police department was on the way to his home from office while the incident took place. The registration number of the vehicles could not be known as it was reduced to cinders. 18 Assam Rifles has rescued 2 Himalayan black bear, locally known as Saomd, which is included under Schedule 3 of the Wildlife Protection Act. The unit personnel rescued 2 endangered animals, one male and another female, from the poachers from the forest at Larong Kunau in Chandal. The personnel entered the area after they came across 2 armed poachers. However, the 2 armed poachers managed to flee the scene. The Assam Rifle personnel brought the 2 bears to their unit and the unit commandant Ajit Khetri. Contact Wildlife Crime Control Bureau Border Unit More and later handed over the animals to people for animals. The 2 bears were given medical care and they will also be handed over to Manipur Zoological Gardens. The 2 bears will be set free in the wild once they regained their strength. Hockey players Pukrambam Shushila Chanu and Sanglakpam Nilakanta Sharma will take part in the India's men and women hockey team in the upcoming 32nd Tokyo Summer Olympics Games to be hosted by Japan from the 23rd of July to 8th of August. Coaches of a regular coaching center, Youth Affairs and Sports Department showered them with blessing for their upcoming games. P. Shushila is the daughter of the P. Shamsundar and Lata from Thangwaiban Hijam to Duan Laikai, while S.H. Nilakanta is the son of H.S. Inaucha and Kunjarani from the Kontha Ahlup Makha Laikai, and he will take part in the Olympic Games for the first time. Both of them have joined Hockey Regular Coaching Center organized by YAS Department. Well, that's all we have in this bulletin, but before we wind up, let's take a glimpse at the headlines once again. War of words between BJP and Congress party continues. BJP accuses Congress party of misleading people by constantly being double standard. Asian Highway Land Affected Villages Chairman the Chiefs Association stage sit-in demanding immediate revocation of government order for acquiring land along National Highway number 2. Manipur reported 527 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 4,491 samples in last 24 hours. 8 new deaths push toll to 1,047. And fresh COVID cases remained below 1 lakh mark in the country for the 13th consecutive day. Recovery rate touches 96.27%. Well, thank you so much for being with us. Coming up next is prime-timed Manipuri Bulletin. In the meantime, for more news and information, please do not hesitate to follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Until then, have a great evening and stay safe.